Hi guys, Popcorn Culture Junkie here. I decided to do this video tonight on a list, 40 reasons to have kids. I went ahead and did this on my blog, but not everybody who watches my videos reads my blog, and not everyone who reads my blog watches my videos. So, I decided to go ahead and just make a video of this. Some of the answers I give tonight will probably be different than the ones I've given on the blog, but it's pretty much the same attitude. Excuse me. This was meant to be a quote-unquote lighthearted list by some crazy fundy mom. Let's see. Yep, 40 reasons to have kids. Woo! Number 1. Desiring children with the man you love is as natural as breathing. Oh, I don't know. There are other natural body functions. I mean, for me to desire children with the man I love would be about as natural as vomiting. That's also a natural bodily function. But not everybody desires children. I don't know what the hell this woman is on. I mean, something. Number 2. The experience of delivering a new life to the world is singularly exhilarating. If you fear pain, there's this lovely thing called an epidural. I don't know, I mean, I've experienced other singularly exhilarating things. I've gone skydiving. Oh no, God, no, I haven't gone skydiving. I want to go skydiving. That's something that's exhilarating that I want to do. I haven't done it yet, but I want to. I meant to say parasailing. That, to me, is pretty thrilling. I've done other things that are thrilling. If you fear pain, there's this thing called an epidural. Well, if you really fear pain, don't have the kid in the first place. Number 3, breastfeeding. It's not only economical, efficient, and good for the baby, but it releases hormones that relax and calm both mother and child, lulling both of you to sleep. Who wouldn't want a natural nap inducer? Oh, I don't know. I mean, my friend who's got the 2 kids and had her tubes tied afterwards, she didn't really get a whole lot of sleep when she was breastfeeding her son. That kid was hungry 24/7. Lulling you both to sleep. She didn't get shit for sleep. And by the way, not everybody can breastfeed. My brothers and I are all bottle fed, and we're all just fine. Let's see. Number 4. The world doesn't revolve around me and my daily desires. Bullshit! It's always me. I'm a mommy. Me. I'm gonna change my kid on the table because there are no changing tables in the restroom. I'm gonna lug this heavy-ass stroller onto the bus because I'm a mom! Oh, but number 4 doesn't revolve around you and your daily desires? Number 5, every human being has dignity and worth. Oh, so according to you, Wonder Mom, you also think that kiddie porn peddlers and child molesters and rapists and serial killers, according to you, they all have dignity and worth as well? Learn something new every day. Number 6. A child is an unbreakable bond between husband and wife. Love breeds love, and more. There's nothing more desirable than the father of your children. If that is the case, why are there so many single parents, especially single moms? I don't know, I mean, some people seem to think that kids equal to Band-Aids. The last time I checked, they're not one and the same. Number 7, a couple becomes a family. The whole becomes greater than its parts. Again, same as my answer to number 6. If that's the case all the time, then why so many single-parent homes? Number 8, having a child is a cooperation with the sacred. Spare me the religious bullshit. And besides, What about atheist couples that have kids? What are they cooperating with? They're not cooperating with the so-called sacred. Number 9, children are some of the most charming little people I know, full of wonder, curiosity, and innate kindness. Properly nurtured, they become equally charming adults. Oh, so why does school bullying exist then? Because children... So where does school bullying come from then? Because kids are so sweet and loving to each other? Let's see. Properly nurtured, they become equally charming adults. Well, some people could be raised in the best homes and they're still shitbags. Number 10, you get to read all the favorite books of your childhood all over again. Do you really need to pop out a kid to do that? Number 11, children naturally grasp the lesson that people are more important than things. Bullshit again. Yes, you. Cute. I guess you're gonna be the star of my next video or something. Excuse me while I was so cutely interrupted. You think children grasp the idea that people are more important than things? I don't know. I mean, the last time I was working at the store with one of my coworkers, her kid kept coming in, kept begging for shit. So I don't know, he seemed to think that candy and gum was more important than his mom. Or have that kid at Walmart having a temper tantrum because mommy and daddy aren't getting him a toy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that one. I call bullshit on all this, but definitely that one. Number 12. Children teach us the freedom that comes with self-discipline and self-sacrifice. You know, if you did not learn these things before you had children, then you're in pretty rough shape. The biggest drudgery is facing no one but myself day after day. Well, if I were a dried up fundamental mom like you, I would think the same thing. But there are these people in the world called introverts. A lot of them don't mind facing anyone but themselves day after day. Some of them are quite cool with that. Number 14, I am not ideal. Why should I expect my children to be? Kids teach us the joy of unconditional love and acceptance. You must be living under a rock. I mean, there are a lot of asshole parents who basically turn their kids into clones of themselves. And if they're not towing the line, then they don't get the love and acceptance. Yeah. Right. Number 15. I will inevitably disappoint my children because I am not perfect. But, along the way, I will be able to teach them that, while nothing on this side of heaven is perfect, doesn't exist by the way, no heaven, the journey and the perfection that awaits us are worth every moment of trial on earth. More religious bullshit. To remain or become a self-centered, self-enclosed egotist. What horror! You apparently don't get out and meet a lot of child-free people, do you? There are plenty of selfless, generous, loving child-free people. Just because I and several others don't, choose not to have children, that doesn't... And besides, being selfish isn't so bad. Sometimes being selfish is how we survive. I mean, think back. When you were a baby, when we were all babies, we cried because we were hungry. We cried because we shit our pants. We cried because of this and that. Did our little baby minds care that mom and dad had to get up for work? No. So sometimes being self-centered and being self-enclosed it's not always a bad thing. Number 17, taking time to care for the gifts I've been given. Yes, thank you. I'm assuming she's addressing God for that. Number 18, motherhood is a vocation, fulfilling, rewarding, and full of unpredictable surprises. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. That's why we never hear of things like secret confessions or mom confessions. We don't ever hear of moms regretting their children. We never hear of moms killing their children or anything. Oh no, because motherhood is so fulfilling. Number 19, families. They are a reflection of the Trinity. Boring. Number 20, relive childhood and all of its innocent wonder and mirth. Did you ever think, Wonder Woman, that not everyone had a rosy, perfect childhood? That some kids were physically, mentally, emotionally, and even sexually abused. Some were neglected. Some grew up with alcoholic parents. Yeah, not everyone wants to relive their childhood. Number 21, to persist in saying me first is a sign of immaturity. Again, back to all these wonderful breeder people. Oh, I should get time off first because I'm a mom. Well, I should get to go early because it's Jimmy's soccer game. Well, I should get all the tax credits because I spawned. Yeah, it is a sign of immaturity in the breeders. 22. A child will ignite the fond memories of your own childhood. No. A child, for me, would want me to just ignite it. It's a disclaimer, I won't actually set kids on fire, but I will not be thinking fond memories of my own childhood if I have a squalling little shit around. Doesn't happen like that. Number 23. While you cannot ensure that your child will be happy 100% of the time, the desire for her happiness is a good, admirable, and unselfish thing. Well, that's why you have so many spoiled kids, because so many parents are giving them toys just to get them to shut the fuck up and get rid of the temper tantrums. Yeah. Number 24. The enchantment of being with one's children outweighs any and all other difficulties. I don't think being with kids would be enchanting. Did it ever occur to them that motherhood, is the cause of some of the difficulties? Number 25. If you worry about sending them off to school, homeschooling is a delightful, intellectually stimulating option. Yeah, it worked wonders for the Duggars, didn't it? 26. Do something to change the world. Have a child. Raise a saint. Fuck that. If I'm going to do something to change the world, I'll do it myself. I don't need Spawn to do it for me. You want something done bad enough, you do it yourself. Don't make your kid do it. 27. Revel in the simplicity of a child's unconditional love and trust. Nah, I get more unconditional love and trust from my cat. Kids are not, just because you have kids, it doesn't mean they're guaranteed to love you and trust you. They say that shit more out of a reflection. Because you're the one feeding them and clothing them. 28. Parenting will soften your hard edges and sharpen your compassion and empathy. Well, not all parents, sorry. Again, abusive parents and selfish assholes who say me first, me and my spawner first, fuck everybody else. 29. Motherhood is an insight into one's soul. It's better than analysis. Well, for some people, motherhood is a reason to get analysis. It's sometimes a reason that people go into therapy. Either because they can't handle being a mother or they've had a shitty mother. Number 30. Success is not defined only in terms of what one does for money. To succeed as a mother is beyond worldly success. Oh yeah, I'm sure Hitler's mom was proud as, just tickled pink about what her son's accomplished. 31. When your husband becomes the father of your children, a new man appears. Fiercely loving but practical and still logical, nurturing but fiercely strong and protective. You will fall in love with him all over again. Oh yeah, I mean, another type of new man could also emerge. One who has to suddenly work late, one who comes home smelling of cheap perfume, one who hangs out at the bars longer and is probably cheating on you because, for whatever reason, either it's all about the kid or he just isn't that attracted to you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it could swing both ways, lady. 32. The child to whom you give life may be the one to fight the culture of death and the notion of a brave new world. Or it could grow up to be Stalin. Number 33. How can there be too many children? That is like saying there are too many flowers. Cursed Teresa of Calcutta. Yeah, she says blessed. Yeah, the ghoul of Calcutta. No. Of course there are too many children. Again, 7+ billion people, limited resources. Some of them cannot be renewed. So yes, there can be way too many children. 34. Children whittle away your time in ways that are ultimately beneficial. They have an uncanny knack for getting rid of the meaningless hobbies that used to consume you. Oh, I don't know. I don't see cross-stitching as a meaningless hobby. After all, I've had 2 of my pieces signed by anime voice actors. So I don't exactly know how that is so meaningless. As far as children whittling away your time, children suck away your time. Yeah, you hear parents complaining, oh, I can't do this anymore because of the kids, or some dad's trying to sneak off to play golf, but the kids, you ask that dad, hey, what are you doing with that meaningless hobby called golf? Number 35. Watching a child grow into a caring, sensitive soul is a reward that cannot be measured in book sales. Well, let's see. It'll be rare that people grow into caring, sensitive souls these days. And no, in some cases it's not a reward that can be measured in book sales, but sometimes in mommy blog views. Number 36. It's an awe-inspiring thing to have a child and the experience of feeling, I didn't think I could ever love anyone that much. Oh, so you don't love your parents as much? And you don't love the father of your children as much? Even though several blurbs back you were saying, oh, you fall in love with the father of your children all over again? 37. Already have a child? Have another! Siblings are the best birthday presents, Christmas presents, Father's Day presents, Arbor Day presents. Yes, have another. Add another consumer to this overcrowded fucking planet. Who says siblings are the best birthday presents? I'm happy neither of my brothers was born on my birthday. I'm happy none of us share birthdays. People act like siblings are going to be the best of friends. It doesn't work like that all the time. Before my mother died, she wasn't talking to any of her siblings. And, there's this stereotype, there's this thing that, just because someone's an only child, that they're spoiled rotten and they're fucked up beyond repair. Well, there are some onlys that are pretty cool, while you got some with siblings that are total douchebags. Like my recent ex-boyfriend. You know how I told you he was spoiled and mommy and daddy do everything for him? He does have a younger brother, which, strangely enough, I saw him in town the other day. By himself, luckily. I didn't see the asshole or their parents. It's funny though, he's 3 years younger than my ex. And he's had his own apartment, and he's studied abroad in Norway twice. But my ex talked about him being so spoiled. It's like, he's driving himself everywhere. He's got his own place. But he's spoiled. But you, who's still living with mommy and daddy after your bullshit volunteer work, where you had to examine your life. Yeah, I mean, he and those two right there are a classic example of, siblings not being, not getting along all that wonderfully. Again, not every single set of siblings not all siblings are going to be best friends. It just doesn't work. And that is just a stupid reason to have to have more than one kid. Oh, Junior might be lonely. Have you asked Junior? That shit's just annoying. And sometimes I feel bad for the parents of only children. I mean, sometimes they get bingoed just as bad as child-free people. Well, what are you doing having just one kid? That's fucked up. You know your kid needs siblings. That's just so selfish having one kid. Maybe that's all some people could afford and maybe want to afford. Maybe some people just want one. They want to have a kid, that's fine. But some of them know that they can't handle another one and they're smart enough to stop. So to those people, shut the fuck up. Number 38, baby toes. Need I say more? Baby toes aren't that cute. They're just miniature versions of adult toes, and adult toes aren't really all that either. Number 39. Okay, I'll say more. Watching your baby sleep. You didn't know that angels could be held in your arms. I have to agree with her. I didn't know angels could be held in my arms either. Every time my cat curls up with me, he's a sweet little angel all curled in my arms. And same thing with Miss Houdini. Every time either of them lie in my arms, they're just adorable little angels. And last one. Number 40. Worried about money? What's worth more than a soul? You must be living in some sort of fantasy world, lady, because, are you going to trade your soul to get some hamburger and pizzas and Coke and groceries? Are you going to, put your soul down as collateral to get a loan on a house or a car? Are you going to pay for your crib and your booster seats and your playpens and your strollers with your soul? Yeah, I'm sorry, but people don't take rain checks or souls. I mean, if you need something for your baby, it costs money. Same thing with formula. You can't trade your soul for formula. Yeah, and some breeders don't worry about money. Some of them get on welfare and get on WIC, don't do shit to improve themselves, and just stay on there. They just keep popping out kid after kid so they can keep reaping the benefits of the taxpayers. Yeah, she's right. I guess those people don't have to worry about money. And then the parents who get tax credits every year for every little spawn that they have, yeah, you're right. They don't have to worry about money. But the rest of us, like empty nesters and child-free people and childless people, we kind of need to worry about money. Money pays the bills. Money pays for school. Money pays for a lot of things. Can't pay for shit with a soul. Sorry. I have to admit, this list kind of got on my nerves, but at the same time, it's just entertaining as fuck. Yeah, the original poster, she said, "Oh, I did it just to be lighthearted." Yeah, well, your idea of lightheartedness is, actually, nails on a chalkboard are they're more lighthearted than that bullshit that I just read off. There you go again. I guess Houdini here wants to be in the video. She wants to be in my next video or something. I was actually serious when I said she's free to a good home. This is one of my late mom's remaining animals. I wish I could take her with me to Minneapolis, but a lot of apartment complexes, they'll only allow one cat. And I already have my Venger. Speaking of which, I started trying to leash train him tonight. It's going to be a tough road, but he'll eventually get it. I wouldn't mind training this one too, but again, she's not going to be with me forever. She is much cuter than a kid. She may be a pest. She may be a pest at times, especially during my videos, but she is a cutie. Aren't you? So let me know what you think, let me know if you guys come across bullshit lists like that. I'll probably be mocking something like that in the future, who knows. I've got other things to talk about at some point. But that particular list, it's like, I said it before, you put anything out on the internet, you're subject to both praise and ridicule. That lady definitely got praised for that stupid shit, but I posted it on my blog before, and she definitely got ridiculed by me and several other child-free people. And then there are those out there that are saying, oh, why are you child-free people so bitter? It's not so much that we're bitter that we don't have kids. It's just we're simply reacting from all the bullshit pressure that because we're women, we're supposed to use our uteri and vaginas and all that. That we're supposed to use our baby-making equipment. I and several other women have decided to take control, have decided to master our biology by getting sterilized. And I know there are several women out there who still want to be sterilized, but can't. But none of them have given up the fight to do so. Maybe when parents stop getting tax credits for their brats, maybe when breeders stop changing their kids on restaurant tables, maybe when breeders stop pushing people out of the way so their goddamn SUV-sized strollers could go through, maybe when child-free women can just walk into a clinic, ask for sterilization, and not have anybody second-guess them, especially doctors. When all that, when people stop telling other people, you'll change your mind, maybe then, the bitterness will stop. But we shall see about that. Let's see. Just saw it on here. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, here it is. I would like to... I think some of you have seen this before. I can't show you a picture though, but... This is good. It's one of those pictures with a bunch of words on it. Kind of like a poster setup. It says, when I say I'm not having kids, I mean I am not having kids. That is not your cue to say, oh, you'll have kids, or you'll change your mind, or it's different when they're your own. My decision is not a personal attack on your chosen lifestyle. It is my choice, and it is not your place to question it. You see, if more breeders would realize this, then maybe there wouldn't be so much animosity. There wouldn't be so much quote-unquote bitterness from the child-free people. Again, we're not bitter because we don't have kids. We're more like pissed off from all the bingoing bullshit. And stupid lists like that are not helping. You've already got gaggles of young women, who really don't want to have kids, but end up having them because they're pressured one way or another from society. Whether their friends are pressuring them, or relatives, or complete strangers, perhaps. Then they have their kids, then they realize that it's not the picnic that it's been made out to be. And that's why you have sites like True Confessions and Secret Confessions. That's why you have these so-called pissed off moms railing that they hate their kids and they regret having them. And then to have people like, Miss Blogger Mom, oh, children are such a wonderful delight. And so many women swallow that shit hook, line, and sinker. Well, a lot of guys too, even though a lot of the times guys aren't as involved with parenthood, there are some pretty involved fathers. Even guys aren't that happy about being dads. At least some of them aren't. Then you got so many dad bloggers. Some of them complain that parenthood is not exactly a cakewalk. What do you want me to do? You chose it. You should have looked a little more into what you were getting into. Anyway. I think I've blathered on enough. I hope you enjoy my mocking of this ridiculous bullshit list. Have a good evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are.